He hasn't actually. But Banks be spitting.
But
Banks doesn't
Banks come to Twitter and she twists it like she's crazy. But down the line, you start seeing that girl was speaking truth. Welcome to Tea or Pepper Soup. Yes, we're giving updates, the different connected webs with the Tiny and Ti sex dungeon scandal. How it connects to different places, different things, different people, what we should raise our eyebrows about, and what we should be like, we should think into it. All of those discussions are coming up. And if I look weird to you wearing these sunglasses indoors, well, my eyes is going through something. I'm sensitive to lights and I'm wearing this. So please bear with me. And I have my co-host with me today, Jane. Jane is the one that got all the juice. I am just the listener and I'll just be sharing and be commenting in there. But she got all the juice. She has done her homework. And then she came to give us some serious tea. So let's get on with this. The Tiny and Ti story started in January, yes?
Yes. So, we're in March. What happened is, Tiny, she used to have one best friend. I don't know if you used to catch up on the Family Hustle.
Is it the one that was on MTV?
Yeah.
Okay, I used to watch it, but like it's not like I'm consistent. But when it's on, I see it.
Mm-hmm. So Tiny has, let's say, just Tiny or both of them. There's one lady, Sabrina Peterson or so. She used to be like a former best friend.
Okay.
There's a time she used to even beat people.
Beat
She
people.
and Tiny, yeah, they used to go and like fight. Probably maybe Ti's women or whatever. I don't know. But Shadi,
Yeah,
she used to
that's
like.
a way to just go and beat people.
Yeah, she was like Tiny's wing woman, always
Oh,
there to snatch
that one
somebody's
that is
wing.
always there, got your back.
Yeah, so that's the kind of person that she is. So, what even happened? So all of a sudden, she came out and then she did like an IG live and said, "Oh, see, I had a gun to her head, blah 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 blah."
Why? That's serious allegations.
Yes, so and I think this happened like two. Okay, yeah. So she did an IG live, and then allegedly she said, "Oh, Tia had a gun to her head." I think this was 2 years ago. So Tia and Tiny
Oh,
also
the
have a
IG
friend.
live she did was 2 years ago, or this happened 2 years
No,
ago. I think the IG live
she
about.
claimed she claimed it happened 2 years ago.
So why are you talking about it now? That's fishy.
I don't know. I feel like maybe they did fall out or something. You know how these things are. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you people fell out now, not 2 years ago. When the thing happened 2 years ago, you didn't tell anybody, so that's
Yeah.
our business now.
So they have another friend. Her name is Chicana.
Why did you call the name all Chicana?
I don't know why Chicana. Her name is Chicana. So she's also on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Oh, the name
She,
is beginning to ring a bell. Yes,
she has
continue.
this. She's smallish, round. She makes hair. She's always talking.
I know I. She
Just
talk fast.
yeah, and then she was also on this Keisha, what's her name? This Gucci Mane and his wife.
The
Uh,
wedding.
she was on that their wedding, kinikon kinikon. So
I didn't watch anything.
Shash, but she kind of she used to be on Family Hustle. She used to be Ti close to Ti Tiny as well, and then this last season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she was on it as well. So she kind of came to and did her own IG live to say, "Oh, okay, I think Tiny first responded and said,
Tiny responded
you
to
know,
her ex best friend.
yes, via tweet or Instagram post, but not a video. She wrote it and then she said, "Oh, you're accusing this man of all these things and you want him to mentor your kids. You're accusing this man of this." She was just like, so all the after, you're trying to say that
If it's this
this
bad, why should it be mentoring
Yeah.
your kids and doing all these good things
Why were you still, with
around the
us,
family.
loving us, and that kind of stuff? So after she did that, she kind of came and did her own live video. And she kind of talks really fast. Hello, she was just talking. Now started saying things that were not even involved. Started talking about sex dungeons, how she kind of wants to.
Oh, hold on. I thought it was the ex-girlfriend that brought the sex dungeon thing to the news. She wasn't the one. It was only the gun to her head thing she talked
Talked
about.
about the gun, and then she talked about the gun, and then she said something like I think she said something like there were other people, that they probably have intimidated something. You understand? But she didn't like go into details anything about some sex stories and all that stuff. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of came and then started saying that she's one that's to recruit the girls, blah blah
Oh,
blah. She was
she kind of
doing
was incriminating herself.
basically saying of how she's to just nasty stuff. Basically, she's just saying that she's involved in whatever sex dungeon, whatever. This how the thing blew. Okay, now apparently this TI story, people have been hearing it in Atlanta. Like
Just like a
TI,
rebellion story that was public knowledge, but nobody was doing shit about it.
that TI as always he's street. Yes, he tried to clean his image, but you know then the Kisha
Okay,
likes
okay,
no
now
more.
wait, I have a question now. They talk about sex dungeon. Was he forcing these girls to whatever participation, whatever, or everything was consensual? Because if everything is consensual, I don't see any criminal thing there. I don't see anything wrong. People's sex life is meant to be your sex life. If you want to partake in it, that's your business. But is if the girls are being forced to do those things, and then I story to change.
Okay, now here's the story. I've not even started the story. So here's the story. Apparently, they give these girls roofies, and then, like, against their will, basically.
Because be all over again. They roofing the girls.
Yes. And then, they make them sign NDAs and stuff like that.
Why they are under roofie or before the roofie? Okay, you're not
I
even there.
wouldn't
I'm asking you all
know
this question.
when. I would no, according because a lot of the alleged victims are coming out to speak. So, you know, we're just going by their stories. You understand what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Tiny used to be in the girl group with Candy from
Yeah, I
Real
heard that.
Housewives.
Mm.
So apparently, Real Housewife of Atlanta, some years ago, there was a rumor about, you know, Candy, as one of the cast members was saying to another one that Candy said she wanted to drug her and have sex with her in a dungeon, something, blah, blah, blah. So, the thing kind of like blew out of proportion during the reunion. It was like she was saying that, oh, this thing is tarnishing her image. Because of that, they fired Phaedra because Phaedra started the rumor. But here is the tea.
But
Phaedra
that
never
doesn't seem like
admitted,
rumor anymore.
wait now, this was a few years ago. But
Ooh,
Phaedra,
Phaedra is coming back for some redemption. Continue.
yeah, and Phaedra, she's a lawyer. Yeah. So Phaedra never said, well, it's not a lie. Do you understand? She just bowed down gracefully and actually left the show. You understand? So come to see, as years are coming, we all know that Candy and Tia and Tiny are like best friends, kind of. And Candy is into all this freaky ish, letting people into, her she's married, of course, letting people into her, bedroom and blah blah blah. So she even did like a sex dungeon tour
What?
in 2019. Yeah, on she did like she had a whole line of sex toys and all that, So Candy shows how freaky she is. Now, fast forward to the Real Housewives of Atlanta is actually was airing when this thing happened. Right before that, I think this is the episode or two episodes before, she was talking about how she let the girls sign NDAs. You understand? So immediately the story broke. People started to like, so maybe Phaedra wasn't lying after all.
No, she
The,
wasn't.
Yeah,
There's
because
no smoke without fire.
exactly, because Candy and Tiny are best friends. They've known each other since they were kids. Do you understand? And he kind of idolizes Tiny. I don't know why, but you know. So so now all of a sudden girls started to come out, started to call the Sabrina lady, started to tell their stories, started calling her before you know, like play these things started getting so much attention. She was
Which
even
is
receiving
tea.
some, yes, so she was receiving some of the calls on IG Live. You know, the
Why?
girls were talking about, I don't know, talking of how they were roofied, how they you're going to a party, you are going to see a celebrity and then they give you a drink. Sometimes you don't know what's really inside. Some of them say when they wake up, they kind of like go out of it, and then when they wake up they see themselves bruised, yeah,
Hmm.
busted inwards, and a lot of stuff. So the thing started to, and so now the mayor of Atlanta and TIR,
Oh,
I
they
don't know
close.
what it is.
Is the mayor of
Yes,
Atlanta not a woman?
yes, Kisha Lance bottom or no bottoms, according to how they say the lady. So, um, so Tia, he has done a good job in trying to clean his image and rebrand himself. I'll give him that
Well, that
because
rebranding has gone into the gutter. PRT be running
yeah,
helter skelter.
about it, yeah, and he's been to jail twice already. So the third time is lock it, throw away the keys for life.
But
So
he was in jail for other things. Now he will be in jail and they'll probably put him in the sex offenders list if what those people are alleging is true, and if he did commit those crimes by roofing them, he will be in sex offenders list. But I don't think he has done anything to, when you get out of jail, you're on parole, and if you go against your parole, then it's a longer jail term. He hasn't done anything to go back to his former crimes, innit? So it's like a separate thingy.
no, you go to jail the third time, that's it in the
You're not
US.
going to throw away the key. The guy got good lawyers.
He doesn't. If he goes to jail for the third time, that is it. It's a law. You can't go to jail 3 times and keep coming out. You can go 2 times. You third time you go into jail. That is it. That's
Are
their
you
law in America.
sure they are going to give you life imprisonment? Is that what you're saying?
That's the law. That's a law. Yes, it's a law in the US.
Mm.
Yes, you go to jail on the third strike. That is it.
That
You're
means they will
going in
have a
for
lot
life.
of lifers then.
Yes, a lot of people are there for life. So you go to jail twice, you go the third time, not that jail, overnight jail, like you were sentenced to prison.
Mm.
One time you come out, you were sentenced again, 2 times, you were sentenced the third time, third strike, you're going in for life.
Are you sure this
Everyone knows.
thing is real? Because I feel like, they have to judge the crimes differently. Are they not
No,
supposed to?
no. That's a law in the US. Like you go to jail on the third time. I'm not outside Tiny and Ti situation. It's a law. Everyone knows. You even hear it in movies. You go to jail the third
Whoa,
time.
you are right. It's called the three strikes law.
Yeah, the third time. That's it. Once they find you guilty, you are gone. That's it. There's no two ways. And this story is like very huge. That if like people keep saying that unless he's willing to snitch and give up a bigger fish to the US government, because we all know he's a drug lord and whatever all the ghetto
And
shit.
let's not just throw drug load out there. It's still doing those.
What do you think he does? Tia is street. They caught them the last time him and his wife they caught both of them. She had drugs in her panties. Like he had firearms on him. They caught them and they went to jail. So he has always been. He grew up in the streets. Yes, he didn't really leave. Everyone knows Tia is gangster till tomorrow. So definitely, why is he still gangster? He cannot tell me whatever it is. It's just an allegation. People just say it. I cannot say I'm sure that. but people know that he's still street. You understand? People are still scared of him. They are scared of him in Atlanta. I know ain't nobody scared of just a regular businessman or regular, you know what I mean? So it's hard for you to actually see, especially in a place like Atlanta, to see. Atlanta is like the I don't know how to even put it, but that's what we hear. And based on everything that happens around him,
They
what
are
he
accused
goes
of being
through.
a drug lord that is connected to the mayor and a sex offender as well.
I'm not the one accusing him. I'm just saying this is what he used to do. I don't know if he left it 100%. I'm not accusing him of anything. People just say it in the street that he's still. This is what he does. You understand? And the mayor of Atlanta, nobody likes her. She's that kind of mayor that nobody likes. You know
How
what
do
I mean?
you get
So
to your post if nobody likes you? It's in
maybe she
public
was
office.
loved, best female, whatever, and then she entered and said, you know how it is. Starts showing how did our president get there? And people wanted him, thought he would bring change.
He brought
People,
change now. He brought a lot of change. Not just the change we wanted, but there was change. He didn't
yeah.
disappoint.
So yeah, so people don't really like her over there. I don't live in Atlanta. I'm just saying
Okay, now,
what we are.
so back to their story, sex offending, roofing people. What is the development now? Has he been charged officially, or just people are still going on social media to see them, see them, see?
It's not just social media now. Um, like I said, victims or alleged victims started coming out, and so far there was a lawyer that came out, and a black lawyer from I think New York State, and then he came and he has a number of them under his wings. He sent now
Is
he's
it like a
pushing for
class action suit?
yeah he's going for I think he's going for criminal right now. Yeah, according to him, the victims are not looking for money, at least not now. So recently we had they had some men that came out too.
Wait, they raped
Yeah,
men too.
yeah. So apparently it's almost they say it's like a sex party. You come, they kind of like threaten you. You leave your phone at the door, come in, you take roofie, and then they make you. A lot of the ladies
Don't this
like,
couple have kids? How are they
yeah,
doing all
my
this?
dear. This story is not something I can even like summarize in a few minutes. It's so much. So now Ti's daughter, apparently she's been acting out. At one time she talked about, I forgot, she made a tweet and deleted it. And now people are saying that she she said her father woke her up to sleep in the middle of the night, gave her juice. She drank. She passed out. Woke up the next morning. She had bruises.
She said that. Was it recent
Yeah.
or then?
I can't even remember how far ago this was, but she did say it. It was a post and delete. And people, for some while, even before now, people have been saying that there's something about her. She's just she acts a little bit traumatized. If you watch the show, she's never happy. That kind of she's I don't know how to put it. So every time she does that thing, people are like, hmm. So now this story is coming, everybody's kind of like, putting every
So
bit and
is
pieces
it like,
together.
wait now, I want to spell it out clearly. Like she was alleging that her father abused her.
Something like that. And then there was a time Tia went on a podcast or so and talked about
About her
how
virginity. Is
yeah,
it that one?
exactly. Yes. And people did not find that one funny at all. And people used to always say that, a lot of people, like just hearing people speak about this thing, people have been saying that, Tia just rubs them the wrong way when they watch him on that family hustle. That he's that kind of father that is too, what's the word?
Umbrella father.
But it's not. They don't feel that that love. It's just out of care. I don't know if you understand. It's almost like
It's not like out of
narcissist.
care, it's territorial. Tyrannic
And
kind
they
of.
have this narcissist character and behavior to him, and that kind of stuff. And then people now start coming for Tiny, how she's not confident, how she's like, apparently they said it's Tiny, allegedly she's the one that recruits these girls. And you know that Atlanta is like the breeding ground for what's it called? human trafficking and all that stuff in the US. So apparently, I even listened to a girl that called into one show the other day all about the tea, and then she was talking about, how she used to work at a strip club, and then she tried to save Tiny and Tia, and Tiny was the one hitting on her, saying, "Oh, she was like, 'Are you guys good?' She was like, I'm gonna be good if I have you," something like that. She wasn't like, "Oh no, I'm working." She was like, "Oh no, we know the owner of the club, and we're friends. It's cool. You can come up with us to our room." And she was saying that while she was still working in the club, people used to talk about like, if you want to like make 1 week's pay in one day, you go with them. Like people go with them to their rooms and stuff like that, and people come back and say, according to the girl, that Tiny is the nasty one. She puts her hands in places they're not supposed to be and stuff like that. So apparently, let me tell you the one that ever broke my heart. Guess who they named?
As in
Nelly. As part of the
Nelly,
Nelly.
rapper
Like a lot
Nelly.
of other people. Yes, they've been naming. In fact, names are coming out because definitely, if a celebrity is having sex parties, I would think that. So all the people that come into the parties cannot just be for only Tiny and Tia, yeah.
Yeah.
So there probably be other people there because these are like sex parties, roofies, and all of those drugs. That's why I say. That's why I'm saying that with all the drugs, because in every story there's been a drug accusation. That's why I say. That's to say that if
Yeah,
it is
because if it
true,
was just a sex party, I mean, it's your life. Nobody cares. You went there, you were invited for a sex party, you went to a sex party, you had consensual sex. Nobody cares. That doesn't make news. But by the time drugs is being involved and things are being done to people against their will, I bet come back to Nelly. What did Nelly do?
Nelly and Tia, they're very close. So people started to mention him that Nelly used to be there. And we're just waiting for
They
the
mention is there. Has anybody come out that he did something to them? I mean, my
so
bias is all over the place right now, but still.
in the beginning when people were just speaking out and calling that Sabrina lady, people are just telling some of their stories. But now, since they actually took the lawyer is actually representing a quite number of them,
Mm.
they stop coming out to like telling the story. You understand what I mean?
Mm.
So they don't, since they have a lawyer now, they're not like on social
Everything
media
has
trying to
gone legal. It's not social media anymore.
exactly. So we don't know, but apparently, I think in LA there used to be like a former or ex what's it called, military lady that it happened to. She woke up in the morning. She was so bruised. They said according to her, they met in the club. Tiny gave her a drink. She drank it, and that was it. She was there with her friend, but it was only her they took upstairs. That they even put her in the bath. There's was this is nice to watch. Monica would say from All About the Tea, she'll say it's a ritual, like they will beat the girls. Tiny will beat the girls.
Mm.
You're already high. You understand? It's not like you know what I mean.
Mm.
So when people keep saying, "Oh, all these things are like rituals," and people were calling and saying is dead, they have to sacrifice, but it's just a lot. I cannot even lie to you. So Ti came out and did, I think, early last month or towards the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and did like, me and my wife, we're reputable people. How can they try to bring a black man that does so much for the community? Blah blah blah. If our
Uh, he has
women
lost
have
me when
been,
he said black man that does so much for the community. I feel like
yes,
when black people are called that for their misbehavior, they will now want to put it on their blackness.
exactly.
And that's where I leave the building. Because it has nothing to do with your race. Being nasty is
Mhm.
an individual thing. You don't get anything to do with that you're black, you're white, is an individual thing. So by the time you start pulling race into your statements, I'm like, you're guilty of something. And you want to deflect with
Exactly.
your race now.
Exactly. Exactly. And then he now went on to say, "Oh, come out, tell your story. If really you've been victimized, show your face." People now said that sounded like a threat.
No, that's a threat. Nobody want to show your face to you.
Exactly.
He's a
He now
dangerous
said,
man
"Well,"
with some money in his pocket.
mhm.
Keep up.
He now even said, "There's nothing. like everything they did it with consenting adults, him and his wife, one thing
Yeah,
that,
that's why I feel
basically.
like that is the reason I feel like this whole discussion should leave the court of public opinion, which social media serves, and they should go legal. They should go to a court. They should officially charge him and everything. Make we get the juice from court case. I hope they
They
allow
haven't
press into
charged
that
him yet.
courtroom.
They haven't charged him. The thing here is this. So the
If they haven't
lawyer, yeah,
charged him, then everybody's looking like people don't have a case. If you feel like you have a case and he did something to you, charge.
yeah, that's this is it. It's a criminal case. So what happened is it's not the lawyer is not the one that's going to charge him. The lawyer has written to the Atlanta,
District
what's it called,
attorney.
attorney, I think LA as well, and then they are the ones to now open up the case, something like that. So you know what I mean? So
I
so
don't
a few
think
days.
all those girls that is coming out, there's any statute of limitation that covered if even if there's a statute of limitation that covers some of them in their case, not all of them. You can as well still go to the police that you want to file a case for assault.
This statute of
Apart from the
limitation in
district
some of the
attorneys
cases.
trying to charge him, the state can still
Yeah.
represent you or
Yes,
them
now,
collectively.
according to him, he didn't go to the state in Atlanta, like I said, because he feels like, according to the lawyer, there was a time T.I. pointed a gun at a 7-year-old or a 6-year-old or something like that in broad daylight to drag the father, pointed a gun. This was like almost 20 years, 20 something years ago.
I can't judge him with what something he did 20 years ago. He was still in the street public. Everybody know that.
No, that's not even it. Apparently, the police, in the report, they never said he pointed a gun. And the child can still remember everything down to the cereal he was drinking that day. The mom called police. They never charged him. They never even wrote that he
They
pointed
didn't
a
charge
gun.
him for it.
No. So apparently, what the lawyer is trying to say is that it feels like the police are
In on
being
TI's this thing
corrupted.
because that child is traumatized. How do you not charge him for that?
You understand? So, and a lot of, like I said, this Keisha, the mayor and Ti, the mayor made him like, what's it called? What's it called? A charitable, what shall like a person in the community,
They gave him an
made him
award, Vicky to the city kind of award.
not. I don't. It's not like an award. A post like regular, not like an official, like just someone that's just doing things for the community per se.
The
Like a
stand-up guy of the
member.
community, face of the community, the man to
So
emulate.
people be saying that, they be saying he's doing a lot for the community, but what he's doing is buying like all these businesses that are going on that owned, trying to buy back, like, black people is supposed to take over, stuff like that. So apparently they're waiting for the government to
Step in.
step in. Now Sabrina, people are saying she was involved. Apparently she's saying that, she found the law, that's why she's coming out now to people say, okay, thank you for letting us know, bringing this out, but
She
now you have to
incriminated
step back.
herself when she even brought everything out. So
Yeah,
the
people are saying
Lord
she needs to
doesn't come
step
into
back.
criminal case. God does not come into whether you did it or not. If you're a born again Christian, this is not Jesus judging your case. This is the court.
Exactly. People are saying she should step back. Apparently, now this lawyer now is a friend to her. Some days ago, oh my gosh, I think early this week, the guy came again on live with her, talking of how they met. And when the guy first came out with a press conference, talking about how he's representing some of the alleged victims, people were like, this guy does not
This
look
don't
like,
go
yeah,
sour now.
this is somebody that just passed the bar like 2 years ago. His voice is still shaking. Like, he wants to take on this case to help his career, but
Yeah, that's
people
why I
say,
saw high profile case that seems like it's
mm-hmm,
already winning itself to make a name for himself.
yeah. But people keep saying that, he doesn't look like he can take down Tia, because Tia is, definitely he will be paying like some
Here
really,
has
really,
room full of lawyers right now.
you understand. So the guy just looked very shaky. He didn't like take someone with him to, like maybe
For
someone
the
that's been
press
in the game
conference.
for a while. He's doing it by himself. And then come to find out, okay, he now also said that he's representing Sabrina
Is he
in
not friends
suing
with her?
Ti. in suing Ti and Shikana for um, slandering her name or whatever. So people were not like, why are you representing Shikana and Sabrina? We know that
She's
she definitely
involved.
is involved. You understand? Apparently, some days ago, early this week or so, she came out and then they were on Instagram Live. She was not like, tell the people how we met. That's when I knew that this does not even make any sense. And then the girl was like, oh, that time he was shaking. He got into a restaurant. He was there for a meeting. He saw Sabrina.
Oh
Sabrina told
God,
him
those
to
girls
come.
better look for another lawyer. Their case
I'm
is
telling you,
already, they are already losing the case and they've not
exactly.
gone to court. They are already losing the case.
Exactly. And I said, oh, come. She spoke to him, gave him like some words of told him, oh, you're strong, you're this, you're that, blah 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 blah. And Sabrina gave him the talk of his life. That's how he was able to move on. And then when she's been very supportive of his career, and that's why when this thing happened, she called and said, how can I be of help? I'm just like, if I'm those victims, alleged victims, I would run for my life. And this is the time to like actually go look for another lawyer because
Yeah.
this is. And people kept saying that he probably paying her retainer or paying her what's it called? Not
The whole thing
retainer,
now
like
look businessy for me now. Like she got him involved. She probably convinced those girls that were calling her, got them involved. Like let's do a class action suit against Ti. I'm not saying those girls were lying. They're probably saying the truth, but she is milking their situation for her own personal gain when she was involved. And then she got a lawyer friend involved, like, oh, we are going to make big money and your career is going to blow from this. And oh shit. It's
exactly,
messy.
exactly. So it's just like, and then since that day, the guy after the guy spoke and you could see that he's
Everything is not
people said.
kosher.
And then we was talking about her praising, we're like, Sabrina, is that, like, this is the woman that, told you the word that made your life or gave you the words of wisdom you needed to hear at a restaurant, someone you didn't know. She spoke life into you. Your career's been booming since then, blah, 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 blah. And the way he was talking, people were like, are you guys having some relationship intimately? People said people were skeptical from the beginning because he's representing her by suing Shikana and Tiny and Ti the Harrises for slander already. So it was like I said, this conversation is very exhausting. And then when it comes to their children, people have been talking about how people have been coming and saying of how Tiny is the one that does the recruiting of the girls, and then Ti. There was a time Ti. It's just like Tiny has worships him. I know there was one episode people kept making reference to. She moved out of the house, and then the son told her that when daddy comes buy you something, you go back. You understand?
Mm.
Like people feel like she's not a confident person. That's why she went to change her eye color and be doing all excuse me be
Be
doing all of this
lightening
stuff
herself.
and just to make Tia want her. And then they say she gets jealous, like when she recruits these girls, and then when Tia is getting so close to the girls, she's like very mad, and then she and Sabrina go off on the girls. They don't want to, they just like I said, a lot of the girls did say they signed NDAs, but they were still in that euphoria state. It was yes, they did
If
sign like
if
a
if
girl
they
that
were drunk when they signed that NDA is not binding. That's just coercing somebody
how
to
do
do
you
somebody
go?
they will not do in their right mind.
That's
But
the
at the same
problem.
time, how do you know if they didn't even sign the NDA while they were still like clear headed before they even took the roofie in the first place? So
Apparently,
this
they take the rookie before they come in. Like they go into the sex parties and they tell them. One girl says, "Oh, when you get there, they're like, drop your phone here. Here, if you don't want to pop it, you can go." And a lot of these girls want to. I don't
they
know.
are
I can now.
party girls, they want to party. But that
And then they
doesn't
say
necessarily mean they want to have sex with you when they don't want to.
some. They even say they pass them around. Now,
Ooh,
yes, and they said, Ti be going for over 6 hours.
Yeah.
Just be going.
Because
Just be
Viagra
going.
lasts 6 hours because it has to be on something, and I don't know any something that can last that long.
Uh, Apparently, maybe you keep refilling or whatever it is.
Don't that
And
thing
then
give you cardiac arrest?
I don't know, these girls, when they wake up, they are like,
They've been through it.
"Mm, mm, mm." And a lot of them actually did go to the hospitals to say, like, we wanted to party, but we didn't want to be passed around. Oh, maybe some of them actually wanted to have sex with Tia. Ah, it's a celebrity, fine man. Yeah, but did they want to be passed around?
No,
Do
I
you
don't
understand
think
what I mean?
nobody wants to be passed around, especially when it's without your consent.
Yeah, and then they said Tiny be putting her feet in places. Oh man,
Oh
like
God.
is nasty. A lot of the stuff, the thing is just every day is just blowing, and blowing, and then we're just waiting. They're just waiting for people. Keep saying people in the, keep saying that the FBI, they do not just come and say, oh, they probably be already be doing their underground.
Investigation.
And when you hear of them, which means if they come out, which means they have something strong and they're
They've
coming.
piled
There's not
up
something
things
that
on your head. They've hush
you
puppied
understand.
you.
You understand. So, like I said, people in Atlanta claim that they've been hearing this for over a decade. Like it's like a rumor that because a lot of people are like,
It's a thing
"Oh,
that is known among them, but it has never
yeah."
been mainstream knowledge.
But people are, people now don't say that about him. He's a black man. You're trying to bring down a black
See, when
man.
you start saying those black men thing, that's when my antenna started blinking. Tin, 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 tin. Like, dude, when you were on your own living the life, nobody come and start saying black man. You don't enter trouble now. It's now bringing down black man. So, like, beg.
Like I said, that's it. So that's with the lawyer and the stuff.
Please, we have to keep updates on this. This is sweet and it's connected to Real Housewife Atlanta. Like,
And connected to some other musicians. And then I also forgot to say about how Chicana tried to backpedal. She was like, "Oh, I didn't say that," blah blah. Man,
why? You see,
God.
the internet does not forget. You put it out there, you put it out there. That's why I tell people before you decide to bring something public, especially to the internet, make sure you're sure.
You have to.
It's not something you
So
will
yeah.
regret.
Oh, and then there's another one. Saying, "Oh, Easy. What's her name? Easy Azealia. What's her name? Easy Ben. So
Is
there are
it
two
Azealia
Easy.
Banks, the rapper?
Yes, and then there's another one.
Azealia,
There's another.
Azealia is always on people's news. Like, girl is
Okay,
always on people's news. She was the one that said
no.
Elon Musk was taking acid.
Uh, okay, now so there are two. Say that again. One is what? The one that's always on people is what's her name?
Azealia Banks.
Then the other one, the rapper, what's her name?
Azealia Banks is the rapper. She's black.
No. Yeah, there's another one. There's this one. Iggy. What's her name?
Iggy Azalea. Iggy is
So
the
there are two.
Australian rapper too. Iggy is still in this
Exactly.
news.
Okay, wait, hold on. Iggy was on that Ti's record label, right? The
Yeah, I
the
think so.
Australian, yeah. And then the other one now, what's her name? I tell you, I confused the two of them. Now the
Mm-hmm.
one that gone rogue online, the
Mm,
black one, hair.
Banks. Just call her Banks. Call the
Hair
other one Iggy.
bang. Exactly. So now Banks now came and said that the Australian
Iggy.
one,
Mm.
was also um
Among the victims. Was she a victim or was she did it knowing?
what she said she's a victim because like I
Did
said, maybe a
Iggy
lot
did
of
Iggy corroborate the story and say she's a victim?
he hasn't actually. But Banks be spitting.
But
Banks
Banks,
doesn't time.
Banks come to Twitter and she tweets it like she's crazy. But down the line, you start seeing that girl was speaking truth.
Yes, yes.
So
So that's the
ever
thing.
since
Like
I've corroborated some of her crazy talks, now I'm like, sometimes when she tweets, it's almost Bible for me. I'm like, Azalea is
so
crazy.
people
She has
think it's
tweeted
what
God.
yeah,
She's preaching.
people think is what she's going through,
Mm.
because she now also said of how Ti said he was going to cut her, be shoot her, throw her up the stairs, kill her. Like it was. She not said Iggy, the rapper, the other one that she was abused to allegedly
By Tia and Tiny.
by Tia and Tiny. Although she hasn't come to like, oh yeah, and then some photos started to surface of how they took picture Tiny Ti's hands from her waist and started. The internet been bringing everything.
Yeah, nobody
The
have
biggest
receipts like the internet. If you made it to the internet, there's
what?
receipts.
What? People have time. People be shooting, like be bringing things Ti had said, how Ti, some tweets or some comments he made, like that had threats
I
in it.
know
People started
proper will
to,
see through those things, but like, yeah.
so my 10 years old, people be rooting them out. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Well, like I said, that's where the story is at. So we're waiting patiently. I don't know.
We need
I'm
a
not
follow up
watching
on the
TV.
story.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for, probably the FBI to, people say it's diabolical and all those stuff.
With the
The
FBI get in, into this,
people
so
say
we
the
could just
sacrifice of the
be just.
virgin on the day of these people. Oh my gosh. Like everyone has an opinion,
But
basically.
look at the other side of things though. Whether Ti comes out of this and he doesn't get persecuted or somehow by the mega grace of God
Hmm.
everything dies, his image will never be what it used to be ever again. Because it's not like one person accused you of this, it's like multiple people.
Over
So
a
even
hundred
if you
women have
don't go
come
to
out now.
court and you don't get persecuted, it's like the damage has been done.
Over 100 women, my darling. Over 100
Wait, there were that
women.
many.
Yes, not all of them like has a lawyer for now, but that's how many has come out so far.
Even Weinstein didn't get 100.
Over 100, because the sex party when okay, now I was telling you about a story of the girl that worked in the strip club. Yeah,
Hmm.
when she didn't go with Tiny, guess what? She came to work the next day, and then the owner of the
Fired her.
club now told her that, well, next time when you invite her, she should go. You know, like that. No worry, she should not worry about her job and blah blah blah. Blah. Apparently,
So
they've
these
even closed.
establishments that they frequent are in on it as well.
Yeah, so the owners actually, because she even went as far, because she actually told the girl that, no worries, and the owner is our friend. Are you sure? When the girl said no, she kind of like threatened her job, basically saying, if you do not come with us the next
The
time,
owner is going to hear
you're
about
going to be
this.
fired. And they actually said it, the owner is our friend. Just for her to come to work, the owner told her, you can go. When they call you, you can go. I know them. So apparently that's how they have like good connection. Like apparently they have
You
tight
call that
connection in
good
Atlanta.
connection? That's just weird connection. That is human
Yeah.
trafficking in this weirdest form. It's almost like pimp prostitute relationship.
I told you, I said Atlanta is the breeding ground for human trafficking right now. And then, human trafficking, the people think that when human trafficking happens, the person will look like a monster. They bring people that you're comfortable with. So I'm not surprised Tiny allegedly is the one that's recruiting them girls. Because when a woman is talking to you as a woman, just like, okay, nothing, let's go, whatever it is. So man, I really, let's see how the story turns out. Let's see if the government, let's see, we'll just have to you know keep at it. I'm watching close.
Alright, guys, that is the breakdown of the Tiny Ti drama. That man, I feel like there was bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. The Iggy news, the Nelly news. Whoa, that is
Mm.
a lot. And then those girls using that lawyer, find you a new lawyer, please.
They need to. They need to.
And that's it for this one. And till next time, it's been Jules and Junior here on Tea and Pepper Soup. Take out the time, smash that like button as it helps the algorithm with our channel a lot. And do consider subscribing to our channel. Smash the subscribe button, your notification bell so you do not miss any more of this. Thank you. What to learn from the movie? movie is Mother Knows Best. Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the Yes Day review. Yes Day, I won't say Yes Day is my pick of a movie, but it was family night, so that's what we picked. And at the end of the day, I didn't hate the movie. I loved the movie. I didn't hate the movie. That's it. Because when you say I didn't hate the movie, like, you didn't hate the movie, but you didn't exactly like the movie. I like the movie. So that is the point I'm getting to with this ranting. Yeah, guys, welcome back to T.O. Pepper Soup. Today I'm doing a review, but I am riding solo. Usually I have my co-host with me, Jenny, but she's not here today. You're wondering, why do I look so fabulous indoors? And it's like almost 9th time now. What's up with that? Yes, I know you're wondering. I'm gonna link a cartoon video up where I explain myself. Basically, for the rest of this week, any video that comes up, you're gonna see me all shades up, right? But trust me, I'm doing it for your favor. Okay, I don't know what that was, but let me just stop it. I am doing it for your favor. My eyes are not something that should be seen by another human being. You know when they say this word, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, or the only person that loves him is his mother. I mean, when you own something, you love that thing. So right now with my eyes, I'm the only one who can deal with my eyes, not for other people right now. You do not want to see it, but yes, I am taking treatment. I've started my medication. I have been checked, and I will be fine soon. Now back to yesterday. Oh, before we get to yesterday, take out your time. Take out your time. Smash that like button as it helps my channel a lot. Do consider subscribing to my channel as well. Now with all of that out of the way, let's continue. Yes Day, what is the morals to learn? Yes, I remember when I was a kid, I would do family night movie. You watch the movie and I'd be like, what did you learn from this movie? Well, kids, what to learn from the movie is Mother Knows Best. Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. But it's funny how white people train their kids. I don't know if it's white people or if it's just Westerners in general, irrespective of your race. Is Yes Day a thing? Please let me know down in the comment section below if Yes Day is a thing. If it's a thing, it's not a bug we're going to catch on the side of the wall. Here in Nigeria, mother knows best. Like, even daddy don't contradict because mother knows best. So it won't be something we're adopting. I mean, nobody wants to adopt Yes Day. I mean, look at the movie turned out anyways. They gave them Yes Day and it was a complete disaster. The house was turned upside down. You practically soaked your car. At the end of that Yes Day, you are spending a fortune to take care of your car and also take care of the house. So no, hate mommy, you're not getting Yes Day. Anyways, all of my cultural differences aired aside, let's come to the movie. Yes, the mother was overprotecting. Overprotected. The mother played by Jennifer Garner, which I haven't seen Jennifer Garner in a while in a movie, and she also produced this movie. So I think that was one of the selling points for me. I was like, well, it's Jennifer Garner. I love Jennifer Garner. Let's go see Jennifer Garner movie. I will see that with you guys. And she also produced the movie, so women behind the scenes is kind of my thing right now, and that was also my drive watching Malcolm and Marie as well, because I feel like we need a lot of women influences, not this workplace. You go back and watch some old movies and you see all the misogyny in the way a female character is being portrayed. So a mom producing a movie about a pop mom, probably written by a mom, you get all the gist. That aside, now I feel like Jennifer Garner, after she became a mom, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below, but this is my own perspective. After she became a mom, she kind of like started tailoring herself and roles she picks to be these mom-like roles. And I feel like in Hollywood, you get to one stage and I'm like, you can't act certain characters, you have to start doing certain kinds of character. And I felt like from a career progressive. What English are you trying to go with there? From like longevity of a career going forward. Probably that was a smart idea, but I missed her. I missed the Jennifer Garner that was in Daredevil. Just give me some superhero thing. Jennifer Garner is somebody that can pull action flick. I need more women in action flick, especially after seeing Old Guard. By the way, I know I'm all over the place with this review. When is Old Guard Part 2 coming out? We know there's going to be a Part 2. Like, when? Nah, back to Jennifer Garner. So you see, with Old Guard, those are the kind of movies I feel like she should be going for action flicks. She can't do it. I don't even mind a superhero at this point. I would go see it. But that's not saying she doesn't play Fantastic Mom on TV. She did play those roles very, very extremely well. But I feel like we should get her in some military gear and give us some war flick or action flick. And that might just be my taste coming forward. I like to watch superhero movies. I like to watch action movies, sci-fi movies, romance here and there. I do that, but like it's not top of my list. I might just be projecting here, but that's what I thought. Overall, yes, it was nice. It was a feel-good movie. It was a family movie. It was a family movie supposed to do, which make us laugh, make us question some of our choices, and also personally for me question the roles that play sometimes in the family. Dads are always the loved one, kids is cited with, and that I feel like some, not all dads, but most dads like that form part. They don't always want to be the bad guy, they want to be the good guy, and I felt like this movie portrayed that a lot. Like, only mom can't be saying no all the time, only mom can't be doing all the hard work. It's a partnership here, and I love that at the end, concluding the story, they kind of addressed that, because from the beginning of the story, you can see Jennifer Garner was the only one being an adult. I mean, it's not like the husband wasn't an adult, but she was only one putting her foot down, and the way the kids portrayed her, that kind of broke my heart. And I'm glad the husband saw it, and like, you know what, you need a partner, and I have not been that. So yes. Anyways, go see Yesterday is now streaming on Netflix. It came out, I don't know when this video will be out, let's be honest. My eyes are out, I'm sensitive to light, it's a whole thing. So I'm doing this video, but I don't know when it will be out, but it's on Netflix now. So let me just say, oh, it came out today or it came out yesterday, but it's on Netflix now. So you can go see it. It's a fun watch with the entire family. You would laugh your ass off. Anyways, that's it for this review, guys. Let me know down what you think down in the comment section below. Let's discuss this. If you do have any recommendation on what I should see next, or what you think I should give a review on, let me know down in the comment section below. Till next time.